COVID-19 has caused an unemployment crisis in Virginia. Earlier this year, we told you the story of a local mom who suddenly had her benefits cut off so the state could investigate her claim. Nearly 4 months later, she's still waiting for a decision.
And she's not alone. Tonight, problem solver Melissa Hippolyte investigates why tens of thousands of Virginians remain stuck in unemployment limbo despite changes that were supposed to speed up the process. And she tries to get some answers from the governor.
What are you doing, bud?
Monitoring her fourth graders' virtual learning by day.
Is this part of your science? Or just reading?
I think it's part of language arts.
And working at night leaves Amanda Clemons little time for rest.
It's busy, it's hectic. I don't know what sleep is.
But the single mom is thrilled to have a job after being out of work for 4.5 months. Amanda's employer terminated her in March, so she applied for unemployment and received benefits. But the Virginia Employment Commission abruptly stopped her benefits after 2 months.
Some days I get really anxious and I start worrying about all the what ifs, and then other days I'm like, breathe, it's gonna be fine, and I woo-saw. But it's different from day to day, and I just try to take it day to day.
Amanda's claim turned out to be one of 60,000 that the VEC said needed to be investigated because her employer told the VEC she was fired for cause. That means the VEC has to investigate, talking to the employer as well as the claimant before making a decision about benefits. When we met her in July, she had been waiting roughly 5 weeks for her case to be adjudicated. At the time, the governor's chief workforce advisor admitted there was a backlog. But she said changes were being made to speed up the process. Well, here we are in late September, and Amanda has now waited 16 weeks.
But I still haven't been called to have my side of the story and my evidence produced for them. Like I haven't been interviewed.
She has a new job, but it's temporary, pays an hourly wage, and doesn't include benefits. Amanda says she needs the VEC checks to pay old bills.
I was still unemployed for 5 months due to coronavirus. 5 months is a long time to not be able to pay bills. I'm still behind on my car payment. I'm behind on our power bill and my internet bill for my son to use, schooling.
And make sure that their vote counts.
I tried to ask Governor Northam about the delay. I asked one question. Some people got to ask two. Governor, I'm sorry. Do you mind?
Thank you all very much.
But he cut off his press conference before taking my question. So I talked to his chief workforce advisor after the presser.
14 does seem long. We are still in the 6 to 8 week period. We've actually tried to triage many of the claims. So we have special adjudication officers that are working on certain issues.
Megan Healy added that the holdup could be due to a delay in getting the needed information from Amanda's employer.
A lot of times, most of these, they have written to the employer, so someone was not actually laid off, that they might have been fired, and so really having to go back and forth with the employer to get the correct documentation before the adjudication process is needed.
I'm extremely disappointed in the system.
Whatever the reason, Amanda says she's fed up with what she thought was her state's safety net.
It's literally just me rallying against this big entity with an anonymous face, and I can't get any kind of relief. It just feels like a losing war.
The VEC told me they are now clearing roughly 11,000 claims with issues per week. That's up from about 5,000 per week in July. Still, Megan Healy told me the number of claims with issues remains around 60,000. Working for you, I'm Melissa Hippolyte for CBS 6.
Tens of thousands waiting for an answer. You can watch all our problem solvers investigations 24 hours a day, any day. CBS 6 is now streaming. Just search WTVR.com, WTVR Richmond on your device.